What's it been like to be something of the bad guy chasing after Roger and Rafa all these years?
Despite being portrayed as a bad guy or the villain of tennis by many media, Novak Djokovic has demonstrated in many occasions that he is actually a class act. Today, we're gonna take a look at some of those amazing sportsmanship moments by Novak Djokovic, the side of him that sometimes isn't appreciated enough. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Recently, we saw one of the greatest ATP matches in history between Alcaraz and Djokovic. Djokovic ended up winning in a third set tiebreak, and Alcaraz was clearly heartbroken after the match, but Djokovic made sure he felt better with some very nice words towards the Spaniard.
Alcaraz couldn't be any more endearing, he's in tears here. Look at what it means to him. Even though he plays in the moment like he...
I think we all lost praise words for what you are doing on the court and off the court. You're an incredible person and a champion.
Well, a final to remember and a couple of fabulous speeches, I thought, particularly from Alcaraz, so young and able to process his thoughts and just about control his emotions, and you really got a sense from both players, Colin.
And not only does Djokovic do this in public, but Shapovalov, after a tough loss to Djokovic in a Wimbledon semi-final, revealed how Novak came up to him in the locker room and gave him some very nice words after the match.
I believe that you've heard that Novak has forwarded some select words of praise your way after the match. And given the state of your relationship, would you be happy if sometime in the future Novak Djokovic could actually be, let's say, one of your mentors?
Yes, I'd be very happy if he could be my mentor, because that means he would stop playing. So, no, definitely, he's an incredible guy, and I don't think he's praised enough. I think, even he came up to me in the locker room and he just, said a couple words that, for me, it means a lot, and he really doesn't have to, and he just told me he knows how difficult it is for me right now, but he told me that everything will come, so for me, it's super, it's big coming from someone like him, and like I said, he doesn't have to do this, so it just shows the type of person he is, and it's just really nice for someone like me to hear from him, so for sure I have.
And several players have spoken about how Djokovic came up to them when they were completely unknown, and still they received exceptional treatment from the Serb.
Acá en Buenos Aires y fui a jugar a Belgrado en ATP, en la quali. Recién había hecho la final acá en Buenos Aires y fui a jugar a Belgrado en ATP, en la quali. Y se me acercó Djokovic a saludarme, yo estaba, no sé, 110, 120. Y me saludó, se presentó y me empezó a felicitar no solo por la final de Buenos Aires, me felicitó por los 3 challenges que había ganado, en la final, no sé qué,
o sea,
por
saben
lo otro,
todo,
sabía todo.
increíble.
Bueno, él por lo menos, él sabe todo, no sé los demás.
Por mi hermano me empezó a felicitar y yo dije, wow, el flaco está uno en el mundo, pero sabe.
Y le prestan atención.
Lo valoré mucho, eso, fuera de serie.
Just to tell you a small story, guys. First, I practiced with Novak when I was, I think, like 500 in the world or 600 in the world in Monaco, and so he was already #1, just won Wimbledon. And I thought, okay, he's not gonna speak to me or something, because the guy was a god for me. And I came there, and because I was shy, so I didn't speak. So he was asking me questions, talking to me like a friend. I was really surprised, and it never changed since I was 600 in the world or 4 in the world. You're a great sport, great person. So congrats to you.
And not only does he worry about his opponents, but we've seen some very nice gestures from Djokovic towards ball boys or spectators.
Well, there is some commotion behind Novak Djokovic. There is actually someone unwell, it seems. And Novak Djokovic coming across to take a look. So
Just to let you know, we have someone in the
it initially looked as if some spectators were looking to try and take their seat, but that's not it at all.
I've got water to the person struggling. Djokovic's balls out, and then they play it lat. He'll be like, wait a minute, I won that twice. I hit the winner anyway. Yes. Let's see what they do. Cheers.
Now what happens in this clip is a little bit confusing, but Djokovic's backhand was called out after Nadal has hit his down the line forehand, but the umpire checks the mark, calls the ball in, and his judgment is that the call from the line judge affected Djokovic for his next shot. But even though he's a set down, in a French Open final, Djokovic acknowledges that he had no chance to reach Nadal's forehand, conceding the point to the Spaniard.
I think Djokovic just said, look, I don't deserve this.
In these two clips, we see something similar. In this case, a ball from the opponent is called out, but Djokovic himself corrects the call instead of making the opponent challenge. And not only is he nice towards others, but he's really appreciative when someone is nice to him. An easy example is his relationship with Nick Kyrgios, which started horribly, with some very negative comments from the Australian towards Djokovic, but then Kyrgios was one of the very few players to defend Djokovic in his terrible episode in Australia in 2022, and Djokovic has said numerous times how he is really appreciative of such gesture.
I defended you when it mattered. It's true. That's true. That's true. I appreciate it.
Nick was in earlier saying that you've kind of developed a bromance.
A bromance?
A bromance over the past few months. Just wanted to hear your kind of side of things, how your relationship's evolved over the past few years to now.
I don't know if I can call it a bromance yet, but we definitely have a better relationship than what it was probably prior to January this year. But when it was really tough for me in Australia, he was one of the very few players that came out publicly and supported me and stood by me. So that's something I truly appreciate, and so I respect him for that a lot.
And let's finish the video with one of the simplest ways to show respect for your opponent, which is uploading one of his shots. Not that many players do it on the tour, but Djokovic is possibly the one that does it the most.
That is sublime.
Should get a bonus point for that.
Oh, you're kidding me! How on earth has he pulled that off? It just gets better and better.
So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If that's the case, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you would like to enjoy more original tennis content of this style. That said, I hope I see you guys in my next video. Peace!